Going by the composition of the audience, I think I may speak in Bengali and English together. That would be better, I think. Of course, it is the first time perhaps that I am meeting Comrade K.V. Acharya, President of this very big organization, All India Bank Pensioners and Retirees Confederation. And Soumya Datta, General Secretary, AIBOC, is a very, very important personality in the bank employees movement of the country, and not only bank employees, state union movement of the country. So he is leading the officers community in the banking sector, and he is the leader of the United Forum of Bank Unions. Sanjay Babu is there, we have already heard him. And my good friend Suprita Sarkar is the General Secretary of this body. He is a good friend of mine, I know him for a long time. But for the last few years, perhaps we didn't meet each other, and I find him a little graying, little becoming old. But leaders do not have the luxury of becoming old. That is what I feel. In fact, I have been very pleasantly surprised to see this gathering at this hour. I was asked to come at 3 o'clock. I exactly came here at 3 o'clock. I was thinking the meeting will start around 3:30 or so. Because retirees, they are not bank employees anymore. They will be coming from their distant places, homes, etc. after taking their lunch. And that will be taking some time. But coming here, I have been really surprised. And I was thinking that if this force of the retirees, if they combine the force of the serving employees and officers, what a formidable force it would be. So the efforts of this retirees organization, confederation, and the United Forum of Bank Unions should be to integrate both these forces of those who have gone out of service and those who are in service. Then it will be really a force that can pick up any challenge and solve all the issues reasonably. That is my conviction, and that is what we found in a little way in the Reserve Bank of India also. But before that, my tribute to Shantida. যে চিঠিটা আমার কাছে রেখেছেন সুপ্রীত বাবু লিখেছেন যে as you have seen Comrade S.R. Sengupta from a handshaking distance for many years. It is correct. শান্তিদার কাছে আমি একদম ছোট ভাইয়ের মতো ছিলাম, এবং শান্তিদা আমার কাছে দাদাই ছিলেন। কতবার ওর সাথে কথা হয়েছে, ব্যাংক অফ ইন্ডিয়াতে এমনকি অফিস ছিল সেখানে। তারপরে রিটায়ারমেন্টের পরে যখন ফিউচার পত্রিকা বেরোতো, আমি তার সাথে যুক্তও ছিলাম খানিকটা। সেই সব মিটিংয়েও শান্তিদার সাথে অনেক কথা হয়েছে। শান্তিদা সুপ্রিয়বাবু বললেন কারেক্টলি, আমরা হয়তো তাকে এখনো ঠিক অ্যাসেস করতে পারিনি। এটা ঠিক যে অফিসার্স এবং ওয়ার্কম্যান, এটা যে কোনো জায়গায় ম্যানেজমেন্টের এটাই তাদের চেষ্টা থাকে, টু কিপ দিস টু ফোর্সেস অ্যাপার্ট। তুমি অফিসার, তুমি এক্সিকিউটিভ, why do you associate yourselves, why do you integrate yourselves with the workman cadre? You two are different. That is the campaign and the propaganda of the management, of the government, of the powers that be, of the employers, everybody. But Shantida was a person who broke that barrier. It was a tremendous thing. He has used the word that he has brought out the officers from the elite mentality. And that is absolutely correct. প্রথম কথা হচ্ছে যে ঘটনাগুলো ঘটে, what is happening around, we the bank officers, you the bank officers, you can well understand that there is no difference so far as attacks and so far as offensives are concerned against you. From the attacks and offensives on the workmen's staff, there is no difference. No difference. You are also subject to same exploitation, rather a virulent exploitation than others by the management, by the powers that be. So there is absolutely no reason for you to think that you belong to an elite portion, elitist community. Not at all. Shantida এটা খুব correctly বুঝেছিলেন, and he was a class conscious personality. He was a class conscious personality. তিনি ব্যাংক অফিসারদের মুভমেন্টকে এই ক্লাস কনসাসনেসের দিক থেকে দেখে he tried to build up an organization, যে অর্গানাইজেশনটা that will not only be looking to the interest of the bank officers but the banking community as a whole and banking system as a whole. এইটাই হচ্ছে শান্তিদার কৃতিত্ব যে উনি আইবককে একটা রূপ দিলেন, তৈরি করলেন তার নয়, he gave it an orientation যেখানে আইবক was the leading light of the entire bank employees movement. Today we are proud of All India Bank Officers Confederation because this unity that he could build up along with R.N. Golgol and others, persons like senior person like Kamal Acharya is there, along with them he built up an unity, which unity now is acting as a bulwark. And see, it's a fact that this nationalization of banks that is still sustained by the efforts of the movement of the officers and employees of the banking sector. Had it not been there, long back banks would have been privatized. And first target would have been State Bank of India. Because we know that a very important American personality, he was associated with the finance department of the government of America. They came to India, said, we only want you to hand over State Bank of India to private sector. No other bank, only State Bank of India. That is, they say it very clearly. But that State Bank is still in public sector. That most of the banking segment is in the public sector. That is a contribution with the bank employees movement. Let us be proud of that. যে আজকে যে ব্যাংক এর যে ক্যারেক্টারাইজেশন, যেটা পাবলিক সেক্টর ক্যারেক্টার, এটা কিন্তু it has been possible by the efforts by the movement, sustained agitations by the bank employees and officers, and there the officers have a very commendable role, a leading role. এবং এইখানেই হচ্ছে শান্তিদার কৃতিত্ব যে তিনি ব্যাংক অফিসারদের অর্গানাইজেশনকে এই ওরিয়েন্টেশনটা দিতে পেরেছিলেন, যেটা কিন্তু ভারতবর্ষের অন্য কোনো সেক্টরে এখনো হয়নি। I must be saying it very clearly and precisely that in no other sector in India this type of unity has been possible among the workmen cadre and the officers. এবং যার জন্য আজকে মানে through many tribulations, through many situations, আজকেও যে ব্যাংকিং সেক্টর ন্যাশনালাইজ সেক্টর হিসেবে আসে রিমেইনস এবং পাবলিক সেক্টর হিসেবে আছে, সেটা কিন্তু ব্যাংক এমপ্লয়িজদের কন্ট্রিবিউশন, এই মুভমেন্টের কন্ট্রিবিউশন, এবং যেখানে অফিসার্স হ্যাভ এ ভেরি সিগনিফিক্যান্ট রোল, অ্যান্ড দ্যাট ইজ দি প্রাইমারি কন্ট্রিবিউশন অফ শান্তিদা টু ব্যাংক এমপ্লয়িজ মুভমেন্ট। শান্তিদা এত বড় একটা সংগঠনের প্রতিষ্ঠাতা এবং জেনারেল সেক্রেটারি হিসেবে বহুদিন ছিলেন, পরে প্রেসিডেন্ট হয়েছিলেন, কিন্তু হাউ অ্যাপ্রোচেবল হি ওয়াজ। আপনি যে কোনো ইস্যু নিয়ে যেতে পারতেন, হি উড টক সফটলি,